Why, hello there, and welcome back to another Let's Play. Alright, so you might notice what we've got going on here is simply, if this guy would just leave me alone, we've got going a cool little track system now. So, need to eat here, hold on, there we go. But yeah, also take a note that I made myself another Kleinstar Ein. That's so, just in case I happen to take it out of my inventory and try something new like I did, this doesn't happen again because I came to a very close death here. I was messing around with a deployer and a Archangel Smite for this project, and what had happened was basically you can put Archangel Smite here. I'll get on the track while I'm talking. You can put an Archangel Smite in a deployer and put a timer on it, and it'll just totally destroy all the Endermen. But what happens is it attacks you. So I was trying to get away from it attacking me so that I would see it working. But what happened was I forgot that I put the Kleinstar in the deployer and I fell. I landed right on the edge. Like, seriously, if this is like, oh yeah, by the way, messing around with the Vulcanite amulet. Sweet. Yeah, I landed like literally right here on the edge, and I was holding shift just in case nipped a block. I literally probably landed like right about here. Scared me to death. But yeah. Alright, so here you go. Here is what I told you guys I was going to do last episode. Do note, this is half slab, so the Enderman cannot spawn on this spot, on these spaces here. And what I did to start this guy off, because this is going to be a longer episode, and I've got a lot of episodes to upload. I just am being really lazy, and I don't want to upload them, like, ooh, that could have been dangerous, and I don't really want to upload them, each time or whatnot. I do want to upload them each time. What am I talking about? I don't want to upload like too much to you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna upload it all tonight to get rid of all of the other commentary things that I had going, stuff like that. I just really need to get ahead of myself here and start planning ahead, I guess, per se. So I'm gonna build this guy. Alright, so that's there, and if we fall down right here, so we can go over. Actually, you know what, that's fine. We'll make sure we have a 2-block clearance on each side. And, okay, so this is going to be the back row here. Alright, and then right here, and drop. Oh, that is out of the, out of range. Started here. We're gonna need a 2-block clearance once again, so let's go ahead and go here, right? There we go, right about here. That would be this block. Right, if I did that right. Hey, look, we already got an Enderman. How's it going, buddy? So yeah, let me just make sure here. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let's go head back up here and get started on this first part here. We can take this down now, so I might have to do that. And how about we just go with a little quicker method here with the destruction catalyst. You know what? While I'm talking and trying to find it, I probably could have been all the way at the bottom now with this. If you just click with the dark matter pick, actually goes faster. Okay, so we are actually currently 40 blocks above. We're currently 40 blocks up. Okay, so if you guys are gonna make this for yourself, start it off, go 40 blocks up, and what we're gonna do now, as you can see, just potentially the rates already are just insane. Okay, we're going to take out of our red bag here about a stack of cobble, and let's go ahead and make for ourselves a bunch. Oh, not cobble, I mean smooth stone. If we do have any, I believe we do. Right, I put it... Happened to throw it in here. Let's go ahead and craft up for ourselves a few buttons. And we're going to need quite a bit of these, so just take in mind however big your, however big your ender farm is going to be. Should make it that, make double the amount of buttons. So for instance, I don't even know how many blocks wide this thing is going to end up being. But yeah, I'm just kind of not really winging it, but I'm just going by sort of standards that I think would be good for spawning space and stuff. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to align this guy with as many buttons as we can on the 43rd block, okay? And next what we're going to go ahead and do is I do need some throwaway blocks, so how about some cobble? Oh, by the way, check out my new texture pack. Do you guys like it? I think I definitely do like it. It's sort of a cartoon sort of feel, I guess you could say. So we're going to have a 2-block clearance in here, so just keep that in mind. We do need to then again go ahead and do the other side here. So same thing on this side as well. We're just going to go ahead and do that, and then get out our buttons here. This is the last we're going to need the buttons. This is just so that it resets, excuse me, all of their drop heights, so that they're all dropping from the same amount of, the same height, rather, because we're going to build this thing pretty high. This is purely based on Doc M77s, so thank you, Doc, for making this in the beginning, because obviously nobody wouldn't really have a clear idea. I mean, some people have some pretty good ones, but I think yours is just really effective. And if you guys don't know who Doc M77 is, go check his YouTube channel out. Very, very cool guy. So, what did we need next? We needed to kill that guy. See, 1-hit kill. Yeah. Alright, and we are going to... I'm trying to think of exactly how we need to go about doing this. Oh, right. Let's do the next part here, which requires some of these guys, our vines. Remember, we got those guys already last episode. And just, I mean, seriously, look at the rates on this already. And we're going to be getting ender pearls like crazy because of this. Oops. So, yes, I'm going to go ahead and line this top part up here with two more blocks each, okay, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and lined these 2 high blocks, and I transmuted myself some more basalt brick and marble brick, because obviously we're going to be using a lot of it, so I went ahead and transmuted using my transmutation tablet. And now simply what you can do is you can either just plant them on the top slot, because as you know, vines do grow. So you can plant them just on the top of all of these and then wait till they grow to the bottom block right there. But what I'm going to do to make this process just 100% efficient, if I do have enough, is I'm going to plant them on both. So this step really doesn't take very long, so I'll just wait for you guys here. And then again, if I don't have enough, what I'll just do is I'll just go ahead and let the vines grow. And then, our rates won't be as consistent, but they still will, it'll be consistent once that vine grows. Because as you see, 43 blocks brings them down to about half a heart. Somewhat half a heart, I guess you could say, because some of them obviously aren't going to make it. It's not 100% efficient, I guess you could say. It's very, 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 very high, though. High on efficiency. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just demonstrate how this works. If you were to... Yeah, see that? That sort of just spit all the words out my mouth right there. So if you're going to fall, there's going to be tons of layers on this. And if you fall from this layer, as you'll see, the vines will actually grab you and reset your fall length so that everybody's falling from the 43rd block right here, which is obviously going to be our button height. and then after they fall from the button height, they will all be the same, and yeah. So that's sort of how that guy is going to work. We're going to put a few torches on the top of this because we need those vines to grow a little bit faster. I'm not sure if light effects or what, but yeah. Okay, so we're going to go up, I believe, 2 blocks, and we can start our second row. So our second row is going to be, we're going to need a guardrail, so like something like this, maybe. If I'm doing this, yes I am, okay. So we're going to need something like this. Actually, you know what, just give me a second, because I had another thought in mind for how I wanted to sort of customize this to my own likings. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Okay, so I believe this is how I'm going to go about approaching this. What we're going to go ahead and do is make sure we have a 2 block clearance, as Endermen are 3 tall, so they won't be able to spawn there, which is great. Okay, and we're going to simply go up 2 blocks and build 2 over here, and make sure you can have a block here if you want. I just didn't want to because it's just a little bit too much work. It's not EMC value, or it's not really that it's too expensive. I keep saying EMC value for expensive, but yeah. So we're just going to go ahead and go like this, and then what you're going to want to do is get out your redstone. Now I believe my redstone might be downstairs. Downstairs meaning down here. Okay, so we got 1 redstone just to demonstrate, I believe. And I want to make sure I made the right repeaters, and I did not. So this might call for a little change here. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to sort everything out, but before we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and transmute myself probably 2 stacks of redstone for now. Okay, and we can go ahead and use some of this redstone. We can put some stuff away here first, actually. And we can use 2 of these guys to make for ourselves. Isn't this sad that I have to look this up? A repeater. Should be, yeah, something like that. And we don't have any of you, do we? So let's go ahead and cook up a whole bunch of those. And we can do something like this. Okay, put that away. And then it's just, yeah, okay. So I think I got it from here. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, first of all, does that look very good? Yeah, I think that doesn't look too bad. It's going to be pretty tall too, so keep that in mind as well. When I say pretty tall, it's probably going to go the whole block height that it can. So we're going to go ahead and make here 1 repeater, and then we're just going to go ahead, go here, teach that. I made these repeaters because on this texture pack you can't really tell which is which. I know I could have used the what was I gonna say? I could have like seen which was which, but to be honest, I really haven't even made repeaters in this Let's Play so far. I've made them before, but I am just really not good at, you know, remembering recipes when there's so many of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 stacks of those. I guess I used the wrong Klein star, but that's fine. I was like, wow, those things are expensive. So we can go ahead and head up here. Yeah, we're already getting Endermen spawning. That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness gracious. Just take care of those guys real quick. Okay, we can pick up the loot here, and we need some sticky pistons. So, okay, where's my white bag? Here's that. And we got our pistons. Now, oh man, I keep forgetting everything down here. I apologize, guys. But I did have some slime balls from... What am I doing here? I did have some slime balls from my little, like, mini slime farm downstairs, which is kind of weird because, obviously, it's not even a slime farm. It's spawns tons of slimes. And we can throw the rest of those in there for now. You can throw them by this green cactus dye. You can put these repeaters in here. Okay. And we're going to, I'm going to show you guys here real quick how exactly I am going to do this. And I keep, this is going to get really annoying every time I have to go down there. Because it's just, they spawn non-stop. Okay. So, we're going to take about, oh, that was not good. Okay, let's not be switching inventories while we're flying here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out our pistons like I was. Okay, and we're just going to lay these guys as shown, like so. Okay, so we're going to do that. Right, and this is probably going to take more pistons than I even have, so yeah. And then what we're going to do is we need some repeaters here, so we can use these guys first, and we're just going to go every other. Okay, so every other with repeaters, and then what we're going to do on the other slots that doesn't have repeaters is we're just going to lay down a bit of redstone dust. Okay, so this basically is just a way of allowing us to connect to all of them rather than, like, I don't know exactly how to go about saying this, so I'm just not going to say it. I want to say this. Okay, yeah. So each one of these needs to be connected up to individually because we're doing pressure plates, and if we want it so if you step on one, that one only goes. And the only way of really doing this is connecting to each block individually. So a repeater will connect to the block as well as this redstone will connect to the block, but it won't ignite any of the other pistons, okay? If that made any sense. But now what we're going to go ahead and do, because I don't want to make another trip down there, is we're going to get ourselves a piece of wood and get about a stack of wood here. That should be good for now. We're going to make a bunch of pressure plates, okay? And from those pressure plates, we're just going to lay them down here. Okay, and you will note when you're doing this, all these good old sticky pistons will be activated, okay? And finally, the last thing you're going to need to do is just lay down a set of blocks that you want to be pushed off. You want them to push off. Now, do not use glass, because what will happen is mobs can actually, if a piston is pushed with a piece of glass into a mob, it will actually just kind of go into the mob rather than pushing him off. So you're going to want to keep that in mind as you're doing this. Have those vines grown? Yeah, some of them have. Okay. And I'm just going to repeat this step on the next side, and I will be back. Alrighty guys, so I got that done, and here you go. Here's our fully functional first story of this thing. And as you'll note, it does even work with your actual player. It will push you off there, and yeah. So with that being said, now what you're going to want to do either is keep adding, or if you're on the last level of this and you're totally done, what you're going to want to do is add half slabs to the top of these blocks. Okay, so for instance, I believe this is how he did it. He went about doing this. He would, where's my red bag? There it is. He would go ahead and take half slabs and just put them like so, I believe. Right, so like that. And just lay them all along, all of these, all the pistons, so that there's totally nothing that can spawn elsewhere, and you're getting 100% efficiency from your mob spawner, or from your enderman spawner. Now, with that being said, I am going to be doing a little bit easier method of this even, because we are doing industrial automation. I wanted to whip out a few toys here. For instance, I'm going to have something to build this for me. Nice. So, give me a second, and I will be back. Hopefully, maybe at my house to build this. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, back at the base here, and we need to make a few things. Okay, so we need to make this guy, the builder, and we need to make this architect table. So, this isn't too difficult, I don't think. We're just going to need one of, actually we should need two, where you at, 2 gold, and we can upgrade them to diamond manually. We need a template, which is ink sac and paper. Okay, so we need an ink sac. Should have some of those. I'm gonna go ahead and transmute a few more of those, maybe just like 10. Okay, and then we can go ahead and get out of here our sugarcane to make ourselves some paper. Okay, paper. Okay, and then we can put that back in there. Right, now we can make for ourselves our template. We're gonna need 2 of these because we're gonna need one for, no, I'll just tell you guys later. I'll show you guys later. Okay, and then for the architect table, once again, dandelion yellow, a crafting table. We can do that here. Crafting table. And we need some dandelion yellow. Should have that. Yes, we do. What else do we need? A landmark, which is a redstone and lapis. That's not too difficult. Let's go ahead and request one of you and one of you. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and request 4 more of these as well, and we're gonna probably need another 4 of these because we're going to I guess I can tell you guys later as well. The builder requires them, so yeah. Alright, waiting for the rest of these guys, and we should be able to build that, our builder, or architect table now. So we can go ahead and do this. Okay, something like this, this, and totally forgot something else, so obviously we've got to go get that. We need 8 of you, please. With these guys in the middle, diamond gears. Okay. Diamond gears, template, that, this, that, and finally our ink sacs. Nice. Architect table, let's keep going. So this basically requires the same thing except a chest. Okay. It's not too difficult. We can go ahead and do that as well. Let's go ahead and request 2 more of you, as well as we can request this time our diamonds too. So where are the diamonds at? Probably right in front of me. Yes, they are. 8 of you, please. Let's go ahead and request another one of you. And another one of you. Okay. We should be able to craft this guy up now if I did everything right. We are missing a chest though, so let's go ahead and get for ourselves a little bit more of this. And I guess I'll just be back after this is done, because this might take a little while. Alright, I think I got everything here. We can go ahead and do this. Chest, crafting table, a landmark, 2 dandelions, and our ink sacs to get, there we go, our builder. Cool. So now I'm going to go head over to the end here, and I'm also going to go ahead while I'm here and request, I think maybe 2 would work. I'm going to get 2 peat-fired engines here, and these are always fun to watch be made, so why don't we go ahead and head down here. Yeah, every once in a while it's good just to watch something be made. Yeah, there we go. Coming up, and here they are, peat-fired engines. I'm as well going to get out of my lever collection here. We should have a boatload of them. There they were. I just totally skipped over them. Supply both. Maybe right there. I'm just going to get about 2 of those. And I'm going to grab about a stack and some peat. That should be good. That should be all I really need here. Got my 4 landmarks. I'm just going to go ahead and drop off all the rest of this stuff that I shouldn't need. and I'll see you guys in the end. Alrighty, back in the end here, flying over to my end portal. I'm going to go ahead and hop in the minecart, take our, maybe, I would say probably 20-second ride. It's not very long. I thought it would be a heck of a lot longer. And we actually should be able to see some of them actually spawning now. Now that we have all that stuff, good stuff going. Now they might spawn on the top like you saw, but check that out. They're already spawning. And one hit, one hit, one hit, one hit, one hit. Yeah, check that out. That's awesome. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and head upstairs because I don't want any more spawning than we've got going right now. I'm going to make sure I kill all of them so I don't get any rude awakenings like I did last time on after I exited the minecart. Okay, and you do got to kind of be careful about killing things upstairs because there's a little bit of lag, stuff like that happens, but it shouldn't be, it shouldn't be that bad. Okay, so let's get a little bit of supplies out. I stored all my stuff in here just for, storage purposes, I guess you could say. But what we're gonna go ahead and do here is make a little platform right here, okay? That should be far big enough. Don't even really need that big of a platform, just maybe a 3x3, something like that. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna plop down our architect table, okay? And how about well, you know what? How about we make the outskirts first? So we're going to tell it right there is one point that we want it to build to. Actually, right there. Okay. I'm going to pick up all these because they are pretty annoying to keep restocking. Then we can make one right here. Oh, one down. I'm thinking one down because, yeah, just to be on the safe side, we're going to go ahead and do it just one down, just so that it makes sure to get the last block down there. But obviously you can fiddle with this as you wish. This is just my sort of way of making this industrial because obviously Doc M had made his own. So I'm going to sort of make mine a little bit differently. I guess it's not going to be really different. It's just going to be made differently. Alright, get out of here. And then, right, so something like that. That looks good. Okay. And we're going to get out our 4 landmarks here. We might need more depending on exactly how I'm going to do this. Now, this guy's totally in the wrong position, I think. He needs to be over 1, down 1, right? Yeah, something like that. I think we can make sure of this by hitting it with the wrench. If I place this guy down, hit him with the wrench, and yes, they are connected. Okay, let's go over here and do the same. This one is way off. What was I doing? Oh, right, this one's off. God. Goodness. Okay, something like, no, out one more. Oh my, I am just not doing anything right today. That's alright. Okay, hit it with the wrench, and okay, now this one needs to go down 1, I think. So like that, wrench, there we go. Should be all connected up, and that's the reason why I only got 4. It's because I knew you didn't have to have one in that corner. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do here is, actually, yeah, we should probably go back to this corner here and go up to about there. Yeah. And we'll put another one right there on this guy. Wrench him, and maybe we have to go over here. Let's go back over here and try that. I was just thinking you could see it a little easier. Okay, let's try that. Wrench him. There we go. So now we basically got a full box around whatever we're doing. Okay, so this is our, I don't know what you want to call it, outline. of what we're all going to get copied. Okay, it's about as good explanation as you're going to get from me. But yeah, it's just basically an outline of what we're copying over from place to place. And we can make our little deal here. Okay. Should be good. Architect table. Let's get that guy out. And as you'll note, we go ahead and do that. I thought I didn't have my swiffles on. That would have been bad. We can go ahead and then break these placement blocks so that they don't get copied over. Kill these guys here. Okay. And break that placement block. These guys really wouldn't get copied. It's just kind of annoying that they're there. Alright. And this is where we are going to put our peat engines. Okay. So we're actually, I don't even know if it needs a peat engine. Let's just go ahead and, oh, nope. Let's name this our Ender. Whoa, what was I doing there? And why did it turn to cheat mode? Don't know. Okay, let's just call this guy the Ender. Ender, spawner. Ender spawner, cool. Let's put him in there, and he should get copied. Obviously, this thing's reusable, so we're definitely going to be using this a lot in this Let's Play. Alright. Cool. We got our template Ender spawner. Nice. I believe you can actually put these on like Mediafire or Media Share or something like that and share them out. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but it could be done possibly. Alright, let's go ahead and put that guy away so we don't lose him. We'll just throw him right in here with the machines. And now what we're going to do is, this is sort of the easy part, I guess you could say, we're going to make sure, whoops, that we are 2 blocks up. Okay, so right here is, I believe, where we're going to put it. Should be, because this is 2. I don't know, maybe it's, yeah, let's just try it here, okay? And if this isn't right, we can always, obviously try and do something else for that. But we're gonna throw in our Ender spawner, okay? And yes, this is right because this is 2 block clearance, and we can break those guys. All right, everything should be good. Let's go ahead and get these guys off the pressure plates. Okay, I don't know why I keep falling, but should be good here. And let's build this back. God, I shouldn't have broke those. Okay, and we can break these guys now. I keep breaking things that I need. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. And should be able to now go ahead and just simply do this. Right. We can get out our levers. I guess I already had 40 of them. Okay. Let's just throw in about, I don't know, 4 peat each for now. Probably won't even use the 4 peat, but okay. And we're just gonna go ahead and take out of our red bag here everything that we should need. So all these, just about everything that we need. Okay, so anything that you used in your project, you're just going to want to place in there just for the, you know, just so that if it runs out, it's always got extra. And I always just like to make sure I have a ton extra, just because I don't like messing around with it and having it stop. I just like it to go one fluent motion all the way through it. We're going to need some more pistons. Definitely going to need more from our home base here. So we're going to do that and throw those guys in there. Now it's simply just a matter of flicking this guy, and we should see in a second. Yeah, there we go. So as you'll note, it is building the outer ring, I guess, of the basalt brick first. That's what I'm seeing. And I guess maybe it doesn't know the ID conflicts between the two. Totally fine. I'm definitely fine with having it aesthetically not the same, rather than, you know, this taking a heck of a lot longer. So I'm just going to make sure this is correct. Maybe it is. I don't know if it is actually. Yeah. Definitely not lined up. I gotta go stop that so it doesn't start placing any of the important blocks here. Okay. Yeah, give me a second to reorient this guy so that he is correct. Alright, let's go ahead and try that one more time. I knew exactly what was wrong. It was one, you know, this is always going to happen when you're dealing with the builder and you sort of kind of get a feel on how it's going. You want to actually put it one lower so that this isn't actually going to be built. Okay, this is the outside. Remember we had put it so that it covered the whole thing. So you got to kind of think in terms of that. It's going to start building one above this, so that's 2 blocks right there. So you want to put it 1 block clearance. But I'm pretty sure this is actually going to be how it's going. So yeah, if we flip those guys on, it should start now. If I did everything right, that should be sort of going good, I think, if I did everything right. Okay, so far so good. It's placing these 2 bottom blocks, if you didn't notice. 2 block clearance here, no Enderman can spawn. Okay. Alright, so I think this is actually going to be good. I'll be back after it's done, and yeah.